Why should we care about the US Constitution and the Bill of Rights? What makes these documents so significant? Well, let's dive into it. The US Constitution, the supreme law of the land, and the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, are like the DNA of our nation. They are the genetic code that shapes the identity, the character, and the values of the United States. You see, when the Constitution was adopted in 1787, it wasn't just about creating a new government, it was about crafting a blueprint for a radically new kind of nation, one that was founded on principles of democracy, liberty, and the rule of law. And it's been an incredibly successful blueprint. For more than 2 centuries, the Constitution has guided the United States through times of peace and war, prosperity and depression, unity and division. But the Constitution alone wasn't enough. The Founding Fathers knew that to protect the rights of individuals from the potential tyranny of the majority, they needed something more. And that's where the Bill of Rights comes in. Adopted in 1791, the Bill of Rights guarantees crucial freedoms that many of us take for granted today. Freedom of speech and religion, the right to a fair trial, protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. These are all enshrined in the Bill of Rights. And they're not just theoretical. These rights and freedoms have real, tangible impacts on our everyday lives. They define who we are as a nation and as individuals. So, why should we care about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights? Because they are the foundation of our freedom. They are the bedrock of the values we hold dear. They are the guiding light that has led the United States through more than 2 centuries of history. The US Constitution and the Bill of Rights are not just pieces of parchment, they are the bedrock of our nation. To truly understand the importance of these documents, we must journey back in time to their inception. Picture, if you will, the late 18th century. An air of revolution is thick and a newly independent America is brimming with potential and uncertainty. In this tumultuous time, a group of forward-thinking individuals gather. They are the Founding Fathers, visionaries who dream of a nation free from tyranny and oppression. The United States Constitution, the bedrock of our great nation, was born out of this collective vision. Drafted in 1787, it was a groundbreaking document, the first of its kind to establish a government with the people's consent. It was an audacious experiment in self-governance, a daring departure from the monarchies and empires of old. But this was not an easy task. Our Founding Fathers grappled with differing visions for the new nation. There were heated debates, passionate arguments, and painstaking negotiations. The Constitution, as we know it today, is a testament to their resilience and their commitment to compromise. Just 2 years later, the Bill of Rights came into being, a beacon of individual liberty. 10 amendments, 10 fundamental freedoms enshrined to safeguard the rights of every citizen. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to a fair trial. These were revolutionary ideas that challenged the norms of the time. It's important to remember that these documents were not created in a vacuum. They were shaped by the historical context of the time, influenced by the Enlightenment ideals of reason, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They were a response to the injustices and inequalities witnessed under British rule, a determined effort to create a society where power belonged to the people. These founding documents were not perfect, and our Founding Fathers knew it. They designed the Constitution to be a living document, capable of change and growth alongside the nation it serves. It's a testament to their foresight that over 2 centuries later, their creation still guides our nation, protecting our freedoms and upholding our democratic ideals. These were the pillars that our Founding Fathers built for us to stand on. The US Constitution and the Bill of Rights are powerful not just because of the laws they establish, but because of the ideals they represent. These documents are more than just ink on parchment. They embody principles that have shaped the United States, guiding its evolution over the centuries. These principles are democracy, liberty, and justice, and they form the very bedrock of our society. Democracy is the principle that power lies with the people. It's the belief that every citizen, regardless of their background or status, has the right to participate in the shaping of their country. This belief is central to the Constitution, which established a system of government where power is derived from the consent of the governed. Then there's liberty, the freedom to live our lives as we see fit, so long as we don't infringe on the rights of others. The Bill of Rights safeguards our individual liberties, protecting us from government overreach. It guarantees our right to speak our minds, to assemble peacefully and to practice our faiths. It secures our right to a fair trial and protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures. And finally, there's justice. Justice is the principle that everyone, regardless of their standing, should be treated equally under the law. It's the belief that the scales of justice should be balanced and that no one should be above the law. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights strive to ensure that justice is not just a concept, but a reality. These principles aren't just words on paper. They've influenced every facet of our society, shaping our legal system, informing our values and guiding our actions. They've been a beacon of hope, inspiring countless people and nations around the world. And over the centuries, these principles have proven their resilience. They've been tested and challenged, yet they've endured, standing as a testament to the vision of our founding fathers. These principles, etched in ink, have become the lifeblood of our nation. The US Constitution and the Bill of Rights are not relics of the past. They are living documents that continue to shape our nation. These treasured documents are not merely old parchments stored away in a museum. They are vibrant, alive, and ever-evolving, guiding the paths we tread as a nation. They've been interpreted and applied over the centuries, continually shaping our understanding of freedom, justice, and democracy. Consider the realm of landmark Supreme Court cases, those moments when the highest court in the land has delved into the very essence of these documents to make decisions that have forever shaped our nation's course. For instance, the famed case of Marbury versus Madison back in 1803. It was here that the principle of judicial review was established, granting the Supreme Court the authority to declare a law unconstitutional, thereby ensuring our Constitution remains a dynamic document. Then there's the pivotal case of Brown versus Board of Education in 1954. This landmark ruling declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional, a profound reinterpretation of the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. This case, among others, has continually redefined our understanding of equality and civil rights. And let's not forget the case of Roe versus Wade in 1973, a case that sparked intense debates and continues to do so. It stretched the interpretation of the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause, establishing a woman's right to choose, and has ever since been a cornerstone of discussions on reproductive rights and personal liberty. These are but a few examples of how the Constitution and the Bill of Rights continue to evolve, shaping our nation's course. They continue to be our moral compass, guiding us through the fog of complex societal issues, helping us navigate the treacherous waters of change and progress. The US Constitution and the Bill of Rights are timeless, always evolving with our nation. They are the unchanging constants in our changing world, the steady beacon guiding our ship of state through the tumultuous seas of time. Patriotism isn't just about waving a flag. It's about understanding and upholding the principles that make our nation great. So, let's delve into the heart of patriotism. It beats to the rhythm of two historic documents, the US Constitution and the Bill of Rights. These aren't just old pieces of parchment, my friends. They are the backbone of our nation, the guiding stars that have directed us on our journey for more than 2 centuries. Being a patriot isn't merely a title we claim. It's a responsibility we undertake. It's about understanding these documents, interpreting their words, and realizing their implications. It's about recognizing that these documents have safeguarded our freedom, protected our rights, and preserved our democracy. The US Constitution and the Bill of Rights are not only a testament to the resilience and vision of the Founding Fathers, but also to the enduring spirit of the American people. We've weathered storms and faced challenges, but like a ship with a sturdy compass, these documents have guided us through. Being a patriot means honoring this legacy. It means standing up for the principles of freedom, equality and justice. Principles that are enshrined in these very documents. It's about striving to make our nation a better place, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. And yet, these documents are not static. They are dynamic, evolving with the times, reflecting the changing needs and aspirations of the American people. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights are living, breathing entities that embody the spirit of America, the dreams of its people, and the hopes for its future. Remember, being a true patriot means being an active participant in our democracy. It's about keeping the flame of freedom alive, ensuring that the principles of our nation continue to shine bright. So next time you think of the US Constitution and the Bill of Rights, remember, they are more than just words on paper. They are the heart and soul of our nation, the essence of our patriotism.